Welcome to Potty, March 22, 2026, your daily briefing. Let's dive into the world of cybersecurity, where a new Apple hack is making headlines. A headline on Reddit claims that up to 270 million iPhones are vulnerable to the Dark Sword exploit. Now I know what you're thinking, that's a lot of devices. But what stands out to me is that we don't have a lot of details on this exploit, and I'd want to verify that before sounding the alarm. My take is that this is a reminder to always keep your devices and software up to date, as patches and updates often include security fixes. If you're curious, do your own research on this one and see what the experts are saying. Moving on to another story. TryHackMe is starting an AI pen testing company trained on user data. According to a post on Reddit, the company had previously denied training an AI agent on user data, but has now launched a company called Noscope to offer AI pen testing services. What's interesting here is that this raises questions about data privacy and how companies use our data. My read is that this is a sign of the growing importance of AI in cybersecurity, and we should be paying attention to how our data is being used. I'd love to hear from listeners on this one. What do you think about companies using your data to train AI models? Now, I know some of you might be thinking, but wait, isn't this just a natural progression of technology? And you're right, AI is becoming increasingly important in cybersecurity. But what stands out to me is that we need to have a conversation about how our data is being used and what the implications are for our privacy. My take is that this is a complex issue, and we need to approach it with a nuanced perspective. We should be asking questions like, what kind of data is being used, how is it being used, and what are the potential risks and benefits? Another story that caught my attention is Cloudflare flagging archive to Teddy as a CNC botnet. Now, I'm not going to get into the technical details, but what stands out to me is that this highlights the ongoing cat-and-mouse game between cybersecurity companies and malicious actors. My read is that this is a reminder that the internet is a complex and ever-changing landscape, and we need to stay vigilant to stay safe online. If you're interested in learning more, I'd recommend checking out some of the resources on Cloudflare's website. Let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture. We've got a new Apple hack, an AI pen testing company, and Cloudflare flagging a potential botnet. What stands out to me is that these stories all highlight the importance of staying informed and up to date on the latest cybersecurity threats. My take is that this is a reminder that cybersecurity is an ongoing process, and we need to be proactive to stay safe online. So what can you do? Well, for starters, make sure your devices and software are up to date, use strong passwords, and be cautious when clicking on links or downloading attachments. Now, I'd like to switch gears a bit and talk about some other stories that are making headlines in the cybersecurity world. For example, there's a story on Hacker News about running a 397B parameter model on a laptop. What stands out to me is that this is a sign of the growing power of AI and machine learning, and the potential applications are vast. My read is that this is an exciting development, and we should be paying attention to how it might impact the cybersecurity landscape. Another story that caught my eye is Project Nomad, which is all about knowledge that never goes offline. Now, I'm not going to get into the details, but what stands out to me is that this highlights the importance of having access to information, even in areas with limited connectivity. My take is that this is a great initiative, and we should be supporting efforts to make knowledge more accessible to everyone. If you're interested in learning more, I'd recommend checking out the project's website. As we wrap up this episode, I want to leave you with a few key takeaways. First, stay informed and up to date on the latest cybersecurity threats. Second, be proactive about your online safety and take steps to protect yourself and your devices. And third, support initiatives that promote knowledge sharing and accessibility. My read is that these are all important steps in staying safe online, and I hope you'll join me in taking them. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you in the next episode. And finally, as we sign off, I want to remind you that cybersecurity is an ongoing process, and we need to stay vigilant to stay safe online. My take is that this is a critical issue, and we should be taking it seriously. So do your own research, stay informed, and take steps to protect yourself and your devices. Thanks again for listening, and we'll catch you in the next episode. Don't forget to follow us on social media and subscribe to our podcast for more episodes like this one.